Good morning, everyone. This is Pat's Southern Kitchen, and I hope this isn't your first visit to us. We launched our video on Southern cornbread dressing about 2 weeks ago, and we have had many people who really thought it looked yummy. Now, many of you asked for sides that would be really good with that Southern cornbread dressing and that turkey or chicken or that ham roast. So I thought, what are the two main sides that most everybody would enjoy? And we have just put out this morning the corn pudding side, which is wonderful, and I hope you will check that one out. And now I'm going to prepare along with you this morning something that is a mainstay for every holiday and special occasion, and it is sweet potato casserole topped with the most wonderful caramel sauce you've ever tasted. So that's what makes it special. So let's look at now, and you realize that we're not counting our calories here right before the holidays, but after the holidays we will look at some heart healthy and really good tasting things that are also good for us day by day. So, but let's get back to this sweet potatoes. Now, I'll first tell you that you can go two routes here. One of them is using the fresh sweet potatoes that you get at the market, and you would use about 6 to 8 of those, medium size. You would peel them, put them in some water, and when they are cooked, you would save back some of the liquid, and you would be where we are right now. Now, what I've chosen to do today is to get sugary Sam's, and it's never let me down. It's good. So I got a large can of that and about a half of that. So you can get 2 cans, one large, one small. Should be just about enough. If you want more, just add another can. But at this point, and what you will be using through all of this is your cinnamon and your sugar, just for this. And you'll save back a little bit of the liquid. So I have already whipped this because the mixer is noisy, and I wanted to get it nice and mixed. Now, what I am going to do though, and I may turn on the mixer just briefly, but we're going to add a half a cup of sugar. And let me see. Yes, we did. I want to be sure I had the half a cup there and not the cup. That'd be too sweet, wouldn't it? And I may just use a little bit more, less than a quarter of a cup or more. So that gets us going. And you also know that every good recipe has cinnamon in it if it's got sweet potatoes. So let me get my a little spoon out, and I have a tablespoon in here, and I think I'm going to pretty well use most of that. So about a tablespoon, full tablespoon, I think will do it. Now, I am going to turn this on again. And you notice I'm left-handed and cords get all in the way. But we're going to do this briefly, so because we want to get that sugar and that cinnamon really blended in there. So, see, it's already looking perfect. Now, get all the lumps and bumps, and I would encourage you to go ahead and mix it further to get it smooth and to get it well blended. So, I'm going to take out my put those in. Now, here's what we're, the finished product as we get ready to make caramel sauce. Now the caramel sauce is the secret thing that makes this very special. So let's do that. All right, we've moved over to the stove and we're ready to start that yummy caramel sauce. First thing I did was with my cast iron skillet was to put a cup of sugar. And you can see that sugar. Now it's just the plain pure cane white sugar. And it's gonna take 3 or 4 minutes for this to, and our goal is for it to be a golden brown liquid, thick liquid. Now there's no butter or anything in this just yet. So here we go. I'm gonna stir. Okay, we're back and I have been stirring and stirring and stirring, and that sugar, as you can see here, is getting brown. I still see lumps in it, but we're gonna keep working at that until it becomes even. So we're almost there, but we don't want to rush it. Now, I hope you've got a cast iron skillet somewhere in your kitchen. I'll have to tell you that this one has been around as long as Charles and I have been married, 58 years. So it's done lots of stuff in my life, and cast iron really does conduct the heat. Now you can tell that it is already done. So let me get my spoon out here. I'm going to turn the heat off because now I'm getting ready to put butter in it, a whole stick of butter. So let's do that and look at it. See, watch how it responds to the butter. I don't want butter splattered all over me, so I'm sort of going to go slow here. Oh, what the heck. Get it going. All right, that's that whole stick of butter. And we're going to get it really mixed in there well. And you can see it is really cooking. But you notice I have my stove off because it would burn the butter if it just kept going. Now, that's pretty even, don't you think? Well, the next ingredient, here we go, is a half a cup of half and half. So let's pour that in. Woo, look at it. We're going to do it sort of slowly here. We don't want to curdle anything. And we'll let it slowly mix in there. All right, we're getting there, folks. Now, caramel sauce isn't something you do on a regular basis, I know, unless you love it on your ice cream and can't live without it. But it will keep in the fridge. It does not harden or anything. It's just a beautiful, smooth sauce. So, there we go. Now, it's looking good. It's going to be really smooth in just a minute. Now, the last thing we're going to put is vanilla. I love good, intense vanilla. Now, this is a teaspoon plus a dab. There we go. Now, so we'll put that vanilla in, and I'm going to see here. I'm going to let it sit here a minute and let it calm down a little bit before we move it over to the potatoes. And that's what's next. So this is our designated sweet potato casserole dish. And if you watched the thing I did on the corn pudding, I used the same container just because it's the right size and it all looks really good in it. So here are the potatoes, and I'm going to, and I have sprayed this with a spray, so we're good. And I didn't want to use avocado spray or anything like that. That wouldn't be too good with sweet potatoes. So this is just a neutralized brand. All right, there we go. We're gonna hustle here. And we're gonna get it all out. And as I said, if you will spend a little bit more time mixing that, it will be really blended. So, let's get it all out there. I don't know if any of you are left-handed, but sometimes that works for you and sometimes it works against you. But it's too late to change now. All right, we're almost there. Now, this is about a 2-quart container. It would hold more sweet potatoes if we had wanted to maybe put another smaller can in there. Just depends on how many people you want to serve. Now, we're going to spread it out, and there's one more step we're going to use here, and I think it's a pretty important step, and it is to make a hole or a well about 1 inch deep in those sweet potatoes. And see, that's our well right there. And we are now going to take this really hot, I'm going to double up my deal, sauce. Let's make sure it's really, you see the bubbles are going away, and your final product is a smooth, wonderful caramel sauce. Now, I will say, if you would like to make this caramel sauce up the day before and set it aside, let it cool, then put it in the fridge, and when you make up your potatoes then, you can pull that out. You might want to heat it slightly before you put it on the potatoes, but then that way you could make it up ahead and save a little time. So I'm going to put this down at the moment, and if you will follow me over here, now here again my left hand is in the way, but you see I fill up the hole, and then I'm going to go around the edges, and we're just going to cover those wonderful sweet potatoes with this caramel sauce. And the well in the middle is so it will penetrate down into the sweet potatoes from the bottom. So let's see if I got all that. Oh my goodness, I can't do that. There we go. Got all that. So now you see it, it's all spread out. Now the last thing that you might choose to do is to put pecans. Now I love pecans, so I can't not put a few pecans. So point is just to cover the top of the potatoes so that you get this really pretty final effect. So put as many or as few as you want. Here we go. We're about ready to put this in my oven over there. Shoot fire. Let me just put some more. All right, we're going to put this in my oven that has been set for 350 degrees, and we're going to leave it in there 30 minutes. So let me put it in, and we'll go from there. And you can, shoot, that's not even hot, so I can, let me get the extra stuff off here. There we go. And we're going to put it in. Doesn't that look pretty? Look at that, what you did. All right, here we go. And I'll see you back in 30 minutes. We have cooked this beautiful sweet potato casserole with caramel sauce on it for 30 minutes at 350, and let's take a look at what we have done today. So let me take it out. Look at that. Doesn't that look yummy? Absolutely. You all did so well. Now, and I will say we talked about the pecans, and one of the main things with pecans, it adds a crunchy texture, and because everything is so smooth and creamy, I think that's an extra bonus. So we have it ready, and it looks like that'll serve at least 10 people or 12. You'll have so many other sides, and the big turkey, and maybe the ham, and the cornbread dressing, and several sides. So let's put this out and see what it looks like, and see about which side do you think I ought to try. Let's see, let's do this. And as you can tell, the caramel sauce is right up on the top. And so you dig down. It's hot, so I'm gonna let it alone there. And you can see the sauce. If you want a little bit more, you know, you can add a little bit more. So there you have it. Doesn't that look beautiful? I think that would be pretty on any Thanksgiving or Christmas or holiday dinner table. So I look forward to seeing you again in the future, and I wish you the very best for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and come back to Pat's Kitchen and let's talk again. Take care and bye-bye.